If you sincerely love God, you will do what pleases Him. Wickedness is no longer going to triumph over good. If you even plot against someone's life, you will be banned from the kingdom forever. You will be banned to utter darkness and be tormented by the fire that does not give light. Everyone will recognize the power of our God. The Bible is written to bring all people back to God. I have come to make war and bring the curse of destruction. Do not think I can't do anything to you, and do not think I am isolated, or you will find yourself ravaged by the time it is done. God is not mocked. You are the one that will become a mockery. Everything is in place to rout out all the demons over the cliff and into the lake of fire. All the spears and arrows, which are the verses of the Bible, have been used against you. You have been completely thrust through with them, and you shall not live. You are destroyed once and for all. When the war is over, then shall everyone feast. We can retire after we are done. It is decreed that all those that opposes God will be destroyed. It is not a rumor. I will bring vengeance on all countries. This is not a threat. I am doing it. Any secret conference I plan on holding is already over. Now everything I do will be done in the open. I am the great King, Lord of the whole world. Do not disregard my call. I am going to take captive the whole world. I am going to plunder the entire world. When I give you an order, I want you to follow it without any delay. You don't have to put up with wickedness. You shall know that the power of the kingdom of God does live. When I tell you to go and conquer an area, you will go immediately and not stop until you have finished taking possession and plundering the entire area. All this I do is by God's power. Those that are spiritually dead have been blocking God's Spirit from flowing over the whole earth. Not only will you have to deal with those that are organized and do as I say, but you will have to deal with those that come together after and follow. You are immediately summoned if you want to be part of the army of God. Those that come first will be generals and officers. The rest will be picked to be part of the troops. Your first order is to come together in normal battle formation and secure the area against anyone who tries to come against it. You will be rewarded for helping establish God's kingdom if you are a soldier in the army of God. Even if it has to come out of my own pocket, I will also make sure you get all the supplies you need. If you even think about militarily resisting me, I promise you will be slaughtered. I will have you butchered. I know you're panic-stricken. That is what I am trying to do. War can be ugly, especially when we start burning all your fields, destroying your flocks and herds, sacking your towns, and finally putting a sword to everyone that will not be driven out of an area that we're taking possession of. I want fear and trembling to seize you. If you have too much difficulty taking possession of an area, we may have to give you another territory to settle. You can still name the new area the same as your forefathers called your original area. Nations that defy the Lord to the end will end up losing their land. The people will be routed to the closest lake of fire. If they later decide to follow the Lord, they will not be given an inheritance because of their rebellion. They will be endless wanderers of the earth. When I am finished dividing the land among the nations that join the kingdom, I will not allow changes. The land is given to those that obey God as a reward for obeying Him. Unlike the men of the world, who reward those who acknowledge them, I reward those that acknowledge God. The way you have been following God and the way I have been following God are completely different, and even though you may think my God is the foreign God, I can assure you that my God is the real one. All of your gods are false. To those who do acknowledge the beast of democracy, He will greatly honor them by making them rulers over many evil people. You have made God into a God of wealth, power, and force, only which is not how He wants you to admire Him. He wants you to love Him because He is your Father. The dividing of the land is done at the entering of the kingdom. If your nation waits until the kingdom is fully established, you're not going to get any. God's presence is here to ensure that everything is done as planned. Since I am the Messiah, I also get an inheritance with the true believers. And what I ask for and what God has commanded you to give me is the entire holy mountain of God, Mount Zion, and all of the holy city of New Jerusalem. It is there I shall settle and sit upon my throne and rule the nations of the world and build God's kingdom. It is the leaders and judges who have brought wickedness upon the world's people, and they shall be the first to be destroyed. If you try to hide yourself until you think that no one is looking, so you can go back to your old way of being greedy and giving false witness against others, I am going to bring you face to face to the evil you do to others. You are going to be judged without mercy, and you will have your spirit taken from you, and you will be cast into the darkness where you belong. And you will stay there until you die. This is how you will be judged, and anyone else who does the same things you do.